afternoon. I'm Daniel Berlant with a special fire situation report for today, Wednesday, August 17th. 2016. It has been a very busy couple days for firefighters across the state. I'm going to switch right over to a statewide fire map where you can see the 8 large fires right now burning in California. The most active fire right now, and the one that has just the incredible amount of evacuations, is called the Blue Cut Fire. It's burning in the Cajon Pass in San Bernardino County. Just to give you an idea, here is the 15 freeway as it makes its way between Los Angeles as well as Las Vegas. Here are some of the areas that are under evacuation orders right now. Wrightwood, Lytle Creek, even Baldy Mesa on the other side. So a lot of evacuations. In fact, over 32,000 homes right now are threatened by this fire. I want to switch over to some video here of the Blue Cut Fire. Now, CAL FIRE is in unified command with both the U.S. Forest Service, specifically the San Bernardino National Forest, where this fire started, as well as the San Bernardino County Fire Department. Now, you can see from these images not only the magnitude, the size of this fire, as it is now charred over 30,000 acres as of this morning, but also just some of the extreme fire activity. You can see this fire whirl right here just shows us how dynamic and how windy the conditions are. That's really what is challenging firefighters, are those wind conditions. I'm going to talk in a minute here about the red flag warnings that are in place in Southern California, but it's those winds, those just strong gusty winds. Now, the Cajon Pass is no stranger to wildfires almost every single year because it naturally funnels the wind from the desert down into the valley. But right now we are seeing very, very strong winds that are just fanning this fire. Here's some additional video shot by the San Bernardino County Fire Department. You can see some aerial shots here, just the scope. Here, right here, this is some of the early stages. This is the 15 freeway. You can see the fire just literally right off the interstate. Now, the 15 freeway as well as Highway 138 are closed. So if you are traveling between Los Angeles and Las Vegas or even the high desert, you're going to have to find an alternate route. Interstate 15 at this point, the fire is right burning alongside of it. It is closed. The fire started off I-15 and the Kenwood exit right near Blue Cut Trail. That's how it got the name, the Blue Cut Fire. Again, very dynamic, very dramatic right now fire behavior that we're seeing. Even overnight, the fire really did not decrease in its intensity. It continued to burn, but it's those weather conditions, as I mentioned earlier, that are really just continuing to fan this fire. Over 82,000 people right now are affected by this fire. There is imminent threat. So if you have not evacuated, you have to evacuate. This includes not only residents and structures in the Cajon Pass, Lytle Creek, Wrightwood, Oak Hills, and the surrounding areas. Those are areas right now in the mandatory evacuation. I'll go back to the map here. You can see, again, just how close this is now burning to Hesperia. Now, this area, we had a wildfire here just last week, the Pilot Fire, but it was really further on to the eastern side of Interstate 15, though this fire now is burning on both sides. But if you live in the surrounding areas of the San Bernardino Mountains and you're not in the evacuation warning, you need to be prepared. I'm going to talk in a minute here on what you can do to be prepared. But again, just to recap, this is the Blue Cut Fire, 30,000 acres, over 1,000 firefighters battling this fire, over 82,000 people impacted, evacuated by this fire. So a large evacuation, very fast moving, and winds that are very extreme. And we're going to continue to see winds even up to 70 miles an hour on this fire. And that's going to continue to challenge our firefighters. So again, the Blue Cut Fire. For more information, you can always visit our website, fire.ca.gov. We have a link to the U.S. Forest Service INSO webpage where they have more details on this fire. Another fire, though, that I want to give you some good news on is the Clayton Fire. This is a fire that's been burning now since Saturday, just to the southeast of Clear Lake. Here is Clear Lake. The community of Lower Lake has been the epicenter for this fire. Now, this fire has burned just under 4,000 acres. It is 40% contained. The good news is yesterday, crews were able to stop the forward spread of this fire, and that allowed us to list some of the evacuations in Clear Lake. Just to give you an idea, too, for those of you who may be having a hard time seeing this map, this is Highway 29 and Highway 53 that run right along. The fire was burning to the east and continues to burn to the east of Highway Highway 29 in the community of Lower Lake. Now, the area known as the Avenues in Clear Lake, those evacuations were lifted yesterday, but crews are still working to make sure that Lower Lake is ready and is safe for residents to get back in. Again, just under 4,000 acres, 40% contained on that fire. This is the Clayton fire. It was determined to be arson. The individual was arrested promptly and now has a hearing today and is being arraigned for 17 counts of arson. Now, arson is a common, unfortunate cause of wildfires, but it's really not the leading cause. The leading cause is really negligence and accidents. So we really need the public to be extra cautious and extra safe outdoors to prevent sparking a new fire. The other large fire that I want to talk about is the Chimney Fire. It's burning down here in San Luis Obispo County, just south of Lake Nacimiento. It has already charred 7,300 acres, and as of today, the Chimney Fire is 25% contained. Just to give you a kind of an idea, here's Lake Nacimiento right here. Here is Paso Robles. So this is just about 15 miles or so to the west of Paso Robles, right in between San Simeon and Paso Robles. Again, Lake Nacimiento right here. This fire has caused evacuations. Community of Cal Shasta has been evacuated. There are still about 232 structures that are threatened. The Chimney Fire has also been a destructive fire too, not to the extent as the Clayton Fire, which destroyed 175 structures, but so far 40 structures have been destroyed by the Chimney Fire. Somebody asked a question here, how close to Old Highway 59 is the fire to Clear Lake? Well, I can tell you that the fire is burning right off of Highway 29 and Highway 58. That's really the burning right off to the side. It burned right into the downtown portion of Lower Lake. Another question Valerie asked, in your report how the Chimney Rock fire started. At this point, investigators continue to work to determine exactly what sparked that fire, but over the weekend we had hot temperatures, and it's those hot temperatures we're going to continue to experience that will elevate our fire risk. In fact, here's a red flag warning map for Southern California. If I zoom in here a little bit more, these are the areas where we are going to see the highest percentage of increased fire threat. Again, this is Ventura County, stretching through Los Angeles, down into San Bernardino, down through Riverside, down into San Diego. These are the mountain areas as well as the desert foothills of those 5 counties. This red flag warning in effect due to strong winds that combined with low humidity has elevated our fire risk even higher. So if you live in this area, again, stretching from just north of Ventura all the way above the Southland, Los Angeles, San Bernardino, coming back down through the Banny Pass, through Palm Springs, all the way down into San Diego. This area, you will see high fire danger for the next couple of days, so you've got to be extra cautious. Again, this is the same exact area. You can see right here, this is where the Blue Cut fire started. So this was issued yesterday when the fire started, just before we had increased our staffing due to this red flag warning to be prepared. So you've got to really make sure that you are ready to go. Somebody asked about roads that are closed. You have to really pay attention no matter what area. Highway 29, as I mentioned, for Clear Lake is open, but down in San Bernardino County for the Blue Cut fire, there are a number of roads that remain closed at this time. Now, looking at some of our winds, as I mentioned, that's really one of the biggest factors here. This is the area down in Southern California where we're seeing the strongest winds. You can see almost all these areas are seeing at least 20 to 30 miles an hour, but over in the mountains here, especially down in San Bernardino County, gusts of up to 40 miles an hour, and reports in the Cajon Valley, Cajon Pass, I should say, that we could actually see winds as high as 70 miles an hour. So very strong, very gusty winds. That's going to continue to fan this fire, and as well as if a new fire spark, it's going to be very difficult. Now, massive evacuations, as I mentioned, were underway yesterday. Over 80,000 people were forced to evacuate from their home. You've got to make sure you're ready. This is our website, readyforwildfire.org. Readyforwildfire.org, and go to Ready, Set, Go. We want to make sure you're ready before wildfire strikes, but when it does strike in your area, you've got to know what to do and what to take. That's the go part of Ready, Set, Go. So through this website, we have a lot of good information on what to do inside your home, outside your home. There's brochures, there's evacuation plans, there's communication plans. Take a few minutes, go through that information, and really have a good understanding of what you would take, what you would do if you were evacuated. So this wildfire evacuation guide is a great resource for you to know exactly what you're going to have to take. Again, step by step, all of the different things. What to do when you're in your vehicle if you're trapped. That has happened before. Last year along the 15 freeway, pretty much in the same area the Blue Cut fire is burning right now, the freeway fire, we had this problem. So go through this. Again, this all can be found on our website, fire.ca.gov, but here is the checklist. Know what to do outside if you have time, what to do outside to prepare your home, what to do inside, shut all windows, close the doors, remove flammable window shades and curtains, things like that, close metal shades that if you have them on the outdoors. Again, this checklist, very helpful and very good information. Again, that's on our website, readyforwildfire.org. A lot of good information and good details. Now, we realize that there's a lot of breaking news right now on the Blue Cut fire. You can continue to monitor us on Facebook and on Twitter at @Cal_fire, as well as our website, fire.ca.gov. That's the latest on the fire situation in California. I'm Daniel Berlant. Have a fire-safe couple of days.